You want the riches from your oil? If you want the money from your oil, just stop letting them take it from you. And those boys, I can't remember their names, but those boys that were up in Nigeria and they took over that refinery, they had the right idea. You ain't stealing from us. It's so crazy because I hear Africans all the time saying, I'm going to go to America. And I'm like, America stole your... As a matter of fact, let's look at this from a historical standpoint. America built its entire country by enslaving your brothers and sisters. So all of the riches of America were based on the fact that they stole your family from you and built their wealth. That labor should have been here in Africa. So you take it all the way back to the beginning of the foundation of that country. And what they have should have been yours. When they stole the slaves, and I want you to think about this, they literally stole your brothers and your sisters. I know the African term, oh, that's my brother, is just, a friend of mine. No, I'm talking about your blood brother was stolen from you generations ago and brought here to Africa, or brought to America. And that's how they built their financial riches. So Africans have to start thinking in the mindset of not going and begging a white society for what should have been theirs in the first place. They have to start thinking in the mindset of take back what's mine.
Wow, that's real deep, and it's deep, and it's so nice having you here. And I tell you what, we sincerely sympathize with the family of George Floyd, and
but let's not just sympathize with the family of George Floyd, because George Floyd is all of our brother. Philando Castile was all of our brothers. Sure. Alton Sterling was all of our brothers. Sure. Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, Terrence Crutcher, and the list goes on. And please forgive me if I'm forgetting names because there's so many. They were all of our brothers and sisters. So let's mourn them together. They were taken from us.
Just a recap.
Yeah.
Before we wrap it up, it just dawned on me to ask you, because I came to understand, it is known that the hip hop world in America, the music industry is being controlled by the blacks, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
The people topping the charts in the hip hop world are the blacks, black Americans.
The faces of the hip hop world are the black Americans. Blacks don't control hip hop anymore. We did up until about the mid-90s, we did. But the major labels control the hip. The people that you see on the top of the charts, they are employees of the record labels.
Wow.
So black faces. The people who are really making the moves and making the decisions are the white people. And this is why hip hop up until the mid-90s was a socially conscious, they were talking about the things that I'm speaking about now. You had Public Enemy, KRS-One, you had Diggable Planets, all of these people that were talking about how we were stolen from Africa, the Pan-African movement. People, I remember seeing people in America dressed in African gear. Please forgive my cell phone. People in America in African gear, wanting to get back to their roots, wanting to understand their culture. People were talking about being proud of being black. People were talking about financial responsibility, treating your women like queens. People were talking about raising your family properly. They were talking about, don't call my I remember Queen Latifah, who you calling a bitch? I mean, like right off the rip, they were talking about something that was going to be positive for our people. So then what happened was, when we controlled hip hop, that's what we were talking about. And then when the major labels started buying, and I gotta say what it is, they started buying hip hop, then you started seeing self-destructive messages coming across. People talking about, let's do drugs, and let's party, and let's sleep with all these different women, and get high, and all of that self-destructive music. started coming out. But the white labels, they didn't want you to know that they controlled it. They didn't care about them getting famous. They wanted you to see the black faces, because the black faces are telling you to kill people, to murder people, to get high and to be socially irresponsible, to be financially irresponsible. The black faces are telling you that. But what they don't want to tell you is they make it seem like the black faces are controlling it. But they're not. The black faces are just employees.
So I know we are deviating now. Yeah. And I think getting you is very difficult. So we don't know when else to get you. So we need enough information for the sense factory. Because we need to get sense. Now, speaking about the sense, we see the face of Jay-Z controlling a very high level of music industry in America. We see Kanye West and the rest of them. Do you think those guys are really doing enough for the black community? Or are they actually selling our people out?
So, I'm not going to speak on Kanye. Because though I have some issues with some of the things that Kanye has done, I do recognize that Kanye's issues were rooted in, I saw Kanye taking a turn when his mother passed away. And, I wish the brother all of the best. And I hope that, he can get his mind together. I think that maybe he's going on a spiritual journey when it comes to his newfound religion and spirituality. I wish that brother all of the best. But I will speak on Jay-Z.
That's the heavyweight rock nation.
I don't give a fuck who he is. I don't care if he's the billionaire, married to Beyonce, this, that, or the other, and I'm just, the has-been former Wu-Tang rapper Andre Roxx. I know the man's got more money than me. I know the man's got more clout than me. I don't give a fuck. Let's talk about Jay-Z. When Colin Kaepernick took a knee to protest the injustices that were going on to our people, the murders that, like we just saw right now, Jay-Z hopped on the bandwagon. And at the time, I was like, yo, Jay-Z, good job, brother. You are a powerful black man who is stepping up and defending your people. The story of OJ, I dug the message. I wasn't really feeling the vibe of the song, but I dug the message. And I was like, yo, man, Jay-Z, a black man. I was so proud because a black man who had earned the high status that he had earned was standing up and speaking for our people, because we had seen so many black men earning that high status and forgetting about where they came from. And then the motherfucker signed a deal with the NFL. And you can bleep out the words that I say, but I'm drinking. I don't care. I told you when you called me on the phone.
Yeah.
I told you. This is my chill day.
Yeah. Say that as it is, man.
The motherfucker signed a deal with the NFL. And the NFL, having sacked Colin Kaepernick, was a representation of everything that was wrong with the United States of America and how it dealt with race relations. They intentionally tried to silence a man who had some power for speaking up against the oppression that his people were suffering. In other words, just like the United States of America has done for decades and centuries, they tried to shut up a man who fought against them, who said this is not right. And when Jay-Z stood up and he said, he even declined to do the Super Bowl, which for us artists, that's like a huge thing, for somebody to be invited to perform at the Super Bowl. But then when, what's his name? Bill, whatever his name is, the commissioner of the NFL, he wrote Jay-Z a big enough check. And the money was more important to Jay-Z than the message. Which to me, the message of hip hop is always more important than the money. Don't get it twisted. I don't make stupid business deals, but I will never sell out my people. I will never sell out my people for $1. And they wrote him a big enough check. And then you see him sitting in the NFL office trying to convince black people that it's okay to support this organization who is trying to silence someone that's standing up for you. He did a complete about face. Jay-Z said in his song, House Nigga, Field Nigga, you went from a field nigga to a house nigga. You shucked and jived because Master wrote you a big enough check. He disappointed me in a real way. And I was behind him. I was behind Jay-Z 100% when he stood up. I bought the story of OJ, even though I didn't like the song. I bought the album because of what he was saying. And I wanted to use my limited financial resources to support him. I bought it. I have listened to it like twice. I don't bump that in my car because the vibe is just not my vibe. But I supported what he was doing. And now I realize that what he did was he used my freedom and your freedom as a marketing tool. And when a better marketing tool presented itself, he abandoned that marketing tool. He wasn't really about it. Make no mistake, I love the fact that Jay-Z is I love to see a rich black man. I love to see a rich black man. I'm so proud of the fact that this man pulled himself out of Marcy Projects and became a hip-hop billionaire. I'm proud of that. But what profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather keep my soul.
Wow. And that's deep, man. We had to move from George Floyd into Jay-Z and the people back home in America and here in Africa. So,
but it's all connected. I'm sorry to interrupt you there.
Yeah.
But it's all connected.
Yeah,
because
it is.
Jay-Z is a man who has the power through his finances and through his following to make a significant change in the situations that ultimately resulted in George Floyd's death.
True.
And what he did was exactly what so many blacks have done over the years. When the white power structure saw that he had power, he had too much power, they were able to just buy him. They said, you know what? You have so much power. Yes, Jay-Z, unlike Andre ROXX, Jay-Z could have spoke and actually caused a revolution. But instead, what he did was he said, I'm going to sell my power to the white power structure. Had Jay-Z spoken up, maybe the situation would have changed enough. I don't believe that it would have changed completely, but maybe it would have changed enough that George Floyd would still be here.
True.
He might have changed enough of it because he has enough of a following that people will listen to him.
True.
But instead, he said he allowed them to buy his following. He allowed them to buy his power.
So it's so deep. It's so deep, man. It's so deep, and it's nice really having you right here in this show today, and we're feeling so comfortable in your house, and
I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah. So we'll catch up with you again some other time.
Absolutely.
One more word to the people out there watching this show, and please give up a shout out to the Sense Factory.
Oh, shout out to the Sense Factory. Get sense, ladies and gentlemen. Much love to all my beautiful beautiful black people worldwide, from Africa to the United States, Europe, wherever you're at, you are beautiful if you are black. Peace and blessings.
All right.